Hi, am I on the air?
Yep.
Fuck.
Thanks.
Do I have everybody's attention now? Do I have everybody's attention now?
Don, I got you.
Do I have everybody's
Sunday
attention
night.
now?
You put them cameras on me, then you must be willing to get that heart touch. This a must-see feeling. The news ain't good, then it must be villain. So I say a tag grounded, I don't trust these ceilings. Spread across your nose, and I'm on your ear. Highest necks on the cloud, hammer in the air. Sunday nights, prime time. I flex mine better. Voltron transform to DX Don. Mega and off-scene. You probably think I'm nice, cause I slow like a stream to your wireless device. And the smoke full of steam on any given night. How short like a piece of any given slice. And for the latest and what is best about I tune in and tune the rest out, Don. You gotta tell them, am I in the clear? Is this thing on? Am I on the air? On the air?
Well, what is going down, all my fanshies out there? What is up? It is Am I on the Air? You are tuned in to the latest and greatest in entertainment news. Am I on the Air? Your weekly one-stop shop for, like I said, all the best and latest, keeping you up to speed in everything that's going down in the world of TV and movie news. My name is Don Mega. I am your humble host. It is Sunday, September the 4th, and we're broadcasting live here from the Red Dragons Radio Studios. Tonight, it's Season 13, Episode 8. I'm starting to feel like myself. We are here. I got a lot of news to bring to you. Some pretty cool stuff going down in the last week. And our movie review of the week, which is Morgan. Now, probably a lot of you out there who even listen to entertainment news are probably going, what the hell is Morgan? Well, I'll tell you about it, because it seems like not a lot of people know, and not a lot of people cared this weekend at the box office. I try to always bring you a review of something that is like the new hotness for the weekend. Unfortunately, no one cared about this hotness, and it's a little unfortunate because it was a pretty good movie. So let's just dive right in, since we're already talking about it. We always kick things off with our spoiler-free movie reviews, and this week it is Morgan. Morgan is produced by Ridley Scott. It's directed by his son. Yes, his son actually directed this movie. It's his first directorial debut. Who knows if he'll get another one after this. If you've seen the trailer, hopefully you kind of know what I'm talking about. If you haven't seen the trailer, which I'm sure a lot of you haven't as well, because I feel like everyone I talk to and I say, yeah, I checked out Morgan this weekend, the response is, what's Morgan? So Morgan is a little sci-fi thriller movie. Basically, it's this team of scientists, and they create a hybrid clone type human, and her name is Morgan, and she's very unique. And but she acted out in an act of violence, and they send a corporate person played by Kate Mara to go to the facility, interview everyone, find out why did Morgan act out this way, and assess the situation. Of course, things don't go as simply as that, and all hell breaks loose, and we got to stop Morgan. So we take you down a little rabbit hole here with this movie. Decent little cast. Like I said, Kate Mara, the girl Anna Taylor-Joy or Johnson, I believe is her name. She plays Morgan. She's a new up-and-comer. She was in this year's horror movie, The Witch, which I did not see, but has been getting great reviews. She is probably going to be in the New Mutants movie. She's in the upcoming M. Night Shyamalan thriller with James McAvoy. Definitely an up-and-coming actress that's really, really good. Jennifer Jason Leigh's in this, and some other faces that you'll see pop up, and you'll be like, oh, okay. So Paul Giamatti in it for a little bit. So I thought the movie started off kind of slow. It ramps up kind of nice in the middle, and it ends very, very strong. So it's a unique flow. I'll tell you, It didn't meet my expectations because I loved the trailers. I really loved the trailers. So I've been super excited for this movie for the past couple months, just based off the trailers alone. I don't feel it lived up to that, but it was still a good movie. In the end, I think the middle and the end really pay off. And I'm not going to say it's amazing. I'm not going to say run out to the theater to see it. You could probably wait till home video or Netflix or Hulu or Amazon or something to watch it. But it's definitely worth a watch, I feel. So I would give Morgan 3 out of 5 stars. I thought it was good. Not great, but a decent film. Let's talk quick box office because, I end every episode going through the top 10 at the box office. And I'm just going to let you know right now, you're not going to hear about Morgan in the top 10. And that is a massive ouch. Morgan was released in over 2,000 screens. The movie only cost $5 or $6 million to make. It was actually a pretty cheap film. But when everything was said and done, this movie only made $2 million over the whole weekend. And it's number 18 when you break down the top 20 films. 18! So, I'm just blown away by that. I thought for sure Morgan would not only be top 5, but be like maybe number 2. Number 2 or number 3. I thought for sure. So I'm very shocked by that. And it's unfortunate nobody went. Things weren't looking good. I went to see it opening night on Friday with Geeky Pat. And the theater was literally me, Geeky Pat, and one other guy in the middle of the theater. So there was 3 of us. Granted, we went to like a 10:05 p.m. showing, but still, 3 people in a whole theater on opening night. I was like, ooh, this doesn't look good. And unfortunately, it wasn't good. Only making $2 million out of the whole weekend. So you won't hear me talk about this in the top 10. And I think that's unfortunate because for being such a low budget film, if it even could have just made like 10 this weekend and dropped off, they would have been, better off. And I think the film definitely deserves a little more than what it got. But it is what it is. It happens sometimes in movies. So with that out the way, Morgan 3 out of 5. Let's get on over to our news of the week. We posted up the video of Thor. What was Thor doing during Civil War? So you can check out the video. Civil War Team Thor is what the video is called. It will actually be a special feature on the upcoming Blu-ray release of Captain America Civil War that's coming out in the next couple weeks. So looking really forward to that. Idris Elba says that there's a big chance for some more Luther. So I know a lot of people are excited about that news. I, for one, have never got into Luther. Not that I don't like it. I just haven't had a chance to watch it. But everybody tells me it's amazing. So kind of cool news to hear that even though Idris Elba over here is doing very, very well for himself, that he's still willing to go back and do more Luther. I like that a lot. Suicide Squad has approaching the $700 million mark. So big congratulations to Suicide Squad. Also just passed $300 million domestically this past weekend. So big shout out to Suicide Squad, doing very well at the box office, and that's awesome. I like to see that stuff for the Team DC out there. With the brand new trailer for Westworld, that's that new HBO show that looks really crazy. It comes out actually next month in October, so check out the Westworld trailer. If you missed the MTV VMAs last Sunday, don't worry, we got your complete winners list on our Twitter and Facebook page you can check out. I'm not going to waste the time to go through it. What I will say, though, is I did watch the VMAs, and holy crap was it bad. It was a horrible show. I didn't think really any of the performances were good. It just didn't even feel like an MTV VMA anymore, man. And I don't know, maybe my age is starting to show. I think I might have outgrown it. But I was not feeling the VMAs this year, so very, very unfortunate there. Let's see here. Hey, if you're interested in Hulu, I posted up some links on Facebook and Twitter last week that you can click on. It'll get you 2 free weeks to Hulu. So this segment on Am I on the Air is brought to you by Hulu.com. I think one of the best streaming services on the interwebs. I love Hulu, and not only can you watch all your favorite TV shows, but you can do a package that's commercial free. You can add Showtime to it if you want and pay a little bit extra. It's an awesome series. I mean, I have full cable and I have DVR and everything, but I watch all of it on Hulu if I get the opportunity to, just because of the commercial-free atmosphere. So if it's something you want to try out, especially with the new TV seasons coming up, check out one of my links. If you would like a personal link sent to you, I would be happy to send you one. So just hit me up on Twitter. You can hit me up directly at DXDonMega or on the show's Twitter at Am I On The Air, and just say, hey, yo, hook me up with one of them Hulu links, and I'll get you one. And like I said, it'll be 2 free weeks for you to try out Hulu, so I definitely highly recommend it. This was one of the biggest pieces of news that came out last week. Ben Affleck on Facebook and Twitter posted a video. He didn't say nothing with it, but he just posted a video, and it was like a airplane hangar kind of with the gate down, and this armored soldier comes walking out with the half black, half orange mask. And you're like, oh shit, it's Deathstroke, son. It's Deathstroke. One of the best villains in DC's canon. I love Deathstroke. And if you're a fan of the Green Arrow show or Arrow, they used Deathstroke a couple seasons ago in their second season, and he was the best. That was the best season of Arrow, and he was the best villain to use. Played brilliantly by Manu Bennett. And he's not going to be playing Deathstroke in the movie version, I tell you. The big rumor going around is that it might actually be Joe Manganiello. So he might actually be Deathstroke, but that's not confirmed. Lots of rumors going around on what does this mean for the DC universe. Big speculation is that he will have a very tiny role in Justice League, and that's the video that Ben Affleck showed of him on the airplane hangar. That because they're filming Justice League right now, and then that might be maybe an after credit scene, a stinger, or maybe just a scene where he just pops up in suit in Suicide Squad, in Justice League. And but the big rumor going around is that he will be the main villain for Ben Affleck's solo Batman movie. Now, if that's the case, that's pretty awesome, man. Somebody that can go toe-to-toe, fight style, everything with Ben Affleck. So that supposedly is the bigger rumor, is that Deathstroke is actually being revealed for the solo Batman movie. But we do feel that he's going to have a very, very tiny cameo in Justice League, just to announce the character, let you know he's out there, and then we'll move forward from there. So I'm very happy at this news. Deathstroke, like I said, man, incredible. And especially if they get somebody like Joe Manganiello, the dude's bigger than Ben Affleck, so that would be some interesting fight scenes to see those two battle it out. So I really, really like it. I have a bunch of news up on the new Star Trek show, Star Trek Discovery. Details revealing the timeline, names of staff and crew, a whole bunch of stuff. So if you don't want to be spoiled, I don't want to read it to you here, but definitely go look at the article I posted so you can read some more if it's something that you're interested in. And I know Geeky Pat is super excited about this one here. We have the new Red Band trailer for Kevin Hart's What Now? What Now? Red Band trailer. I'm happy about this news. The writers of Zombieland have confirmed that Zombieland 2 is in the works. Very, very excited about this one here. Zombieland was an amazing film, and a lot for the people that don't know, the writers of Zombieland are the guys that wrote Deadpool, and you see how awesome that turned out. These guys have an awesome sense of action and comedy and everything, so the fact that they're working on Zombieland 2 again makes me so excited. So I'm very, very, very stoked on that one. TNT has ordered the television series version of a movie. Yes, shocker. Once again, we're talking about a movie being adapted into a television show, and I'm talking about Let the Right One In. This is a foreign horror movie. It was actually already remade into an English horror movie a couple years ago with Chloe Grace Moretz, and then now TNT is going to make it a television show. It's about a vampire. So, I'll check it out. Why not? It's a good premise, and I could see this possibly turning into a decent TV show, so we'll see. Emily Watson has joined Nat Geo's new series Genius. Pretty Little Liars. I know, man, a lot of people still watching this show, but it will end with season 7. So yes, season 7 has officially been announced. The end of Pretty Little Liars. In some sad news, Gene Wilder has passed away at the age of 83 years old. They say from complications due to Alzheimer's disease. Of course, he was in Willy Wonka and Blazing Saddles and all kinds of other stuff. One of the big comedic geniuses of our time, so to speak. So very sad to hear of his passing. So once again, our thoughts and prayers and condolences go out to his family and friends. Yvonne Strahovski has joined Hulu's The Handmaid's Tale. She joins Elizabeth Moss and Samira Wiley in the show. I love me some Yvonne Strahovski. She is gorgeous. I loved her on Chuck, and she was great on Dexter as well. So I love her. I wish they would do more with her. There was a big rumor there for a while that she might even be Captain Marvel, and that would have been awesome. But fortunately, it didn't go that way. But hey, I'm glad to see her getting work here on Hulu. Alison Brie is set to star in Netflix's new television series Glow. Now, I'm a big wrestling fan, so I know what Glow is. Glow is the gorgeous ladies of wrestling. This was an old school 80s television show that was a legit wrestling show with all women, and I'm surprised Netflix is going to do this, but they're going through and they're going to make a Glow TV series, and Alison Brie is set to star, so that will be very interesting. Excuse me. We have your first look at season 2 of Ash vs. the Evil Dead. I'm so excited for this show. I can't wait to watch this one here. Fans of Grimm, I hate to announce it, but this is another one that is getting the axe. NBC has announced that the final season of Grimm will premiere on January 6th, but that will be the farewell season. The show has been canceled after the shortened upcoming season 6 debuts on January 6th. So goodbye to Grimm. The next Maze Runner movie, the Maze Runner Death Cure, has resumed production, is set to resume production in February. Remember the main star Dylan, he got hurt on set, so he's been getting better, and they'll ramp back up here in a couple months and finish the movie finally. Liam Garrigan, I'm not too familiar with this guy, but he's on the TV show Once Upon a Time. He is joining the new Transformers The Last Night, and he's going to be King Arthur. So very interesting. We're finding out news now that there's going to be some flashback scenes in Transformers that show that the Transformers were around way back in the day of the Knights of the Round Table and all that kind of stuff, and obviously King Arthur. So it's getting a little crazy out there. As much as I love the Transformers movies, I want to see where they go with this. The movie is called The Last Night with a K. So, we'll see. But yeah, so Liam Garrigan has joined Transformers The Last Night as King Arthur. Derek Hough confirms that his Dancing with the Stars return, so he's coming back to the show there. Terminator 2 3D is getting a re-release in 2017, and yes, the big part here is that it's in 3D, so it's coming back to theaters, all enhanced, redone, and filmed for 3D, getting a 3D re-release in 2017, so I'll be back. Arnold was actually here last week on the show talking to us about The Celebrity Apprentice, so I invited him back here to talk about Terminator 2, the 3D release. So Arnold, thank you so much for coming back again. Thank you very much. It's good to be back. Now tell us, Terminator 2, you've done a lot of Terminators now. You just did Terminator Genesis, and you did Terminator 1, 2, and 3, even a little cameo in Terminator Salvation. What's it like for you to get a release done again in 2017, but this time Terminator 2? Yes, the Terminator 2, the Judgment Day. Judgment Day is my favorite Terminator movie that I've done. The Terminator 2, we had the Terminator 1, and then the Terminator 2, the Judgment Day, and the Terminator 3, the Rise of the Machines, after James Cameron said he didn't want to come back anymore. When they did Terminator Salvation, I was the governor of California, so I could not do the movie. So they did the CGI enhancement of me. Then, after I was done being the governor, I said, let's do another Terminator. And we did Terminator Genesis. And I got to do the Terminator, old Terminator and the young Terminator. And I didn't didn't know we were going to do any other Terminators. We were supposed to do a sequel to Genesis. And they said, and I said, are we going to do the sequel? And they said, I don't know. And then so all of a sudden they said, well, how about we do the Terminator 2, the Judgment Day in the 3D? And I said, oh, the 3D, I love the technology. The people love the 3D. So I said, yeah, let's put on the glasses as we watch the Terminator 2. I'll be back. Hasta la vista, baby. In the 3D, the people really like it. It comes out and pops off your screen, and the liquid metal and the Robert Patrick. Like, it just, people just gonna love it. So I'm very happy that next year the people are gonna be able to see the Terminator 2, the Judgment Day, the Skynet, and the way that it was all envisioned with the James Cameron just redone in the 3D. I wish it could be in the 4D, but I'll take the 3D, and I hope everybody enjoys it in the 2017. So check that out on the weekend after you DVR and watch The Celebrity Apprentice. When I tell people you're terminated, I'm going to say you're terminated, just like the movie of Terminator 2. The Terminator 2, the Judgment Day, it's upon us. Hasta la vista, baby. Oh, Arnold, man, you crazy, dude. Do you hear how much passion that dude has for the Terminator series? All of them. So thanks a lot, Arnold, for stopping by again. You are becoming a great guest here on amiontheair.com. So thanks a lot, man. I'll talk to you later. All right. He just gave me a hasta la vista, baby. That's funny, dude. All right. Michael Fassbender says that Alien Covenant is going to be way scary. Yes, he's saying that it's going to be not only scarier than Prometheus, but it's just going to be way scary in general. So that makes me happy. I hope so, because Prometheus I was very disappointed in. And, if you want to hear a full telling of all of the alien stuff, I've shouted this out before, but hey, it goes without being said. Boy Lynx and Pez, over on Way Off Topic on the Red Dragons Radio Network, they spent like 5 weeks talking about like every alien movie, including Prometheus, and their thoughts on it, what worked, what didn't work. So, if you like the Alien series, definitely go check that out again if you haven't heard it yet. But, yeah, I'm curious. Now that they've tagged the Alien title onto it, and they're trying to make it scary and alien-like again, I'm all for it, baby. So let's roll. Zach Braff is set to star in and direct ABC Network's new comedy pilot called Startup. The really cool thing about this news is that when I tweeted this news, Zach Braff himself favorited my tweet. Yeah, that's right, son. The celebrities know what's up. Am I on the air, baby? The director of Duncan Jones of the Warcraft movie, he talks a little bit about a potential of a return for a Warcraft movie. He says there's not going to be a director's cut. He says the version you saw in theaters is what's going to be done. He says the studio has not decided yet if they're going to make a sequel or not. Of course, this is one that really puts it in a funky spot because the movie did so piss poor in the United States. It only made like $40 million, but it made like $400 million worldwide, so it made enough to turn a little bit of profit. So the studio is evaluating what they're going to do here. Duncan Jones says he would come back and do a sequel. He says, I've done the hard part. I've set up the world. He said, now let me go have some fun in it. So we'll see. We'll keep you posted on if they're going to do another one, but it doesn't look like anybody in the U.S. cares. But hey, you foreign people out there, we'll let you know if you're going to get some more Warcraft. Anne Hathaway is set to star in a new film adaptation of Live Fast, Die Hot. I don't know much more about that, but hey, she's going to do it. Jack Rayner, James Franco, and Zoe Kravitz, along with Dennis Quaid, are set to star in a new sci-fi thriller called Kin. We have the whole listing of all the celebrities and partners that are coming up for the Dancing with the Stars new season. You can check that out. Karen Gillan, who I think is pretty awesome. She's a really, really cool actress. She was in Guardians of the Galaxy. She was one of the villains in there, Gamora's sister. And she had a little TV show last year. Most people know her from Doctor Who, but she's awesome, and she just signed on to join Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in the Jumanji sequel. So they're getting ready to start shooting this Jumanji movie, and she's just joined the cast, so that's pretty awesome there. I like that. Criminal Minds has just promoted Paget Brewster to a series regular for the upcoming season of Criminal Minds. So that's a pretty cool move there. I like Padgett Brewster. She's really cool, and she's pretty hot. So we have some first look photos of Flashpoint, so you can check that out. Hayden Christensen has joined Bruce Willis in a new crime thriller called First Kill. We have the new trailer for Rob Zombie's 31. Mark Hamill hints that him and his beard are set to return for Star Wars Episode 9. Ooh, tricky man there. Is he messing with us, or is he really going to be back? We'll see. Supergirl has just cast Superman villain Metallo to the upcoming Supergirl Season 2. Supposedly Superman will help her on this episode fighting Metallo. So, pretty cool. It's a big villain to use right there. I forget the actor's name that's playing Metallo, but he's kind of an unknown. So, yeah. We have the Shameless Season 7 trailer and poster you can check out. Brad Bird confirms that The Incredibles 2 is well underway on the sequel. He's already working on the sequel, and they are moving forward. Travis Fimmel, Kate Bosworth, and Forrest Whitaker have joined the new movie Finding Steve McQueen. We have Everything Wrong with Blade in 12 minutes or less, and an honest trailer for The Killing Joke. Let's see here. We have the new trailer for A Dog's Purpose as well. The guy playing Metallo is actually, his name is Frederick Schmidt. So we'll see if that helps anybody there. Adam Scott and Craig Robinson are going to team up for a new paranormal comedy called Ghosted. I like Adam Scott, and I really like Craig Robinson a lot. So, hey, man, they want to team up and make a comedy movie? Let's do it. They're pretty fucking funny. Let me pull this article up here. We're going to go over the top 10 highest grossing movies for the summer. All right. So here we go. Coming in. Now, these are domestic totals, so this is just for the United States. So, coming in at number 10, it's Ghostbusters with $125 million. Number 9 is The Legend of Tarzan with $125.9 million. Number 8 is Central Intelligence with $127.4 million. Number 7 is Jason Bourne, $149.7 million. Number 6 is Star Trek Beyond, $151.1 million. Number 5 is X-Men Apocalypse, $155.4 million. Number 4 is Suicide Squad with $284.1 million. Now, this actually just passed $300 million because this report came out before the weekend, so it's already made over $300 million, but that still keeps it at number 4 on this list. Coming in number 3, it's The Secret Life of Pets with $353.7 million. Number 2 is Captain America Civil War with $407.8 million. And your number 1 movie of the summer domestically is Finding Dory with $479.7 million. Woohoo! Crazy. Lots of money. Richard Linklater has just brought on Bryan Cranston, Steve Carell, and Lawrence Fishburne for his next film. No word yet on what that will be, but he's hired them. Michael Shannon and Taylor Kitsch are set to star in a new Waco, Texas Siege series. So this will be interesting. I like Michael Shannon. I do like Taylor Kitsch. Let's see what they do here for this new upcoming series. Speaking of a new series, Marvel is back at it again, trying to do more television programming. And they're saying that they're shopping around an offer to do a New Warriors TV series. New Warriors, which they say is going to be a comedy, that they're shopping it around to the major networks and also to streaming services to see if anybody wants to pick it up. One of the members of the New Warriors, they're saying, and probably the majority of the focus on the show, will be Squirrel Girl. Yes, a lot of people have been asking for it, and it looks like you'll finally get your Squirrel Girl. So, we'll keep you posted on what ends up happening with the New Warriors. ABC has signed a new deal to host the Oscars all the way through 2028. Oh, goddamn. very excited about this here. It's official. Finally, everybody kept wondering, why is it taking so long? But it's official now. Netflix has renewed Stranger Things for a second season. So, very, very cool. This is a great show. If you have not watched this yet, go to Netflix and watch it. It's only 8 episodes. You fly through the season very, very quick. It's a very interesting show. Great cast, great acting, great effects. Just a really, really solid show that I don't know anybody that watched this series and did not like it. So season 2, very happy to know it's coming, and it's coming in 2017. So hells yeah, more Stranger Things. Supposedly going to take place 1 year later. So we'll see. It's going to be awesome. But thank you, Netflix, for saving the day there. Bill Nye, speaking of Netflix, Bill Nye has a new show called Saves the World, and it's coming to Netflix as well. Sophie Cookson is joining Naomi Watts in the new Netflix series Gypsy. So much stuff going on Netflix, man. I mean, they're literally their own channel at this point. It is just so amazing to see. Natalie Dormer joins Sean Penn and Mel Gibson for a new film called The Professor and the Madman. We have the new trailer for Shut In, a new horror movie right there. We have the new trailer for Max Steel as well. Sebastian Stan is joining Steven Soderbergh's new heist film called Logan Lucky. A drama series based on Judge Judy's life is in the works over at CBS. Because what would I be without a series based on Judge Judy? It makes me laugh, man. Mel Gibson says that he's working on a sequel to Passion of the Christ, which will focus on the resurrection. The film will be titled Resurrection. But yeah, they're working. They got the screenwriter on it right now, and they're seeing about doing it. So, Passion of the Christ is the biggest faith-based film in the world ever, box office. I mean, made almost $700 million. So you can understand that people would want him to make the resurrection. So we have the new trailer for Mascots, which is another new Netflix series, so you can check that out. Greg Berlanti, who is amazing, and of course he does Arrow, The Flash, Supergirl, Legend of Tomorrow. This dude is busy. Well, guess what? He says it's time to make another superhero show, and he is developing Black Lightning. So I don't know much about this superhero, but he looks kind of cool. And but yeah, they're developing a Black Lightning show. No word yet on what network it might pop up on, but it is in development from Mr. Greg Berlanti himself. Going back to Netflix stuff, we have the new trailer for ARQ, which is a new movie starring Robbie Amell, of course, from, speaking of Greg Berlanti, from Legend of Tomorrow. Well, not really Legend of Tomorrow, but more from Flash. He was Firestorm, so you can check that out. And now it's time for Rock Rolls! So yeah, Rock Rolls, we end up always doing it almost on a weekly basis because there's always something going down with Mr. Dwayne The Rock Johnson. He shared some concept art for his new Jumanji movie, of course. As we talked about, he is doing a Jumanji sequel. It is not a reboot. And he revealed some what they call just like pre-art for the movie. And it debuts a first look at his character in the movie, which is being introduced as the smoldering Dr. Bravestone. So it's a little concept art picture. He looks kind of like Indiana Jones in this. So we'll see. Nobody's really sure on if he is playing just this character or if he might be two characters, because the concept art in the very top right hand corner says Bravestone / Spencer. So is that two different characters that he's playing? Maybe. Yeah. But they're saying kind of like in the way that Jonathan Hyde did in the original film, where he played both Alan Parrish's dad, Sam, and the terrifying Van Pelt. So he could be two versions, an actual, like human, and then a version of him in the game. Who knows? But it's just the concept art of his character. Remember, this is going to have Kevin Hart, Jack Black, Nick Jonas, and Karen Gillan in the movie as well. So I'm getting excited for this. I think this is going to be a really good, fun family film. All right, for those of you out there that watch Devious Maids, I hate to tell you, but Devious Maids has been canceled on the Lifetime Network. Womp womp. Yeah, after 4 seasons, I believe it is going bye-bye. Pitch Perfect 3 has found its new director. Trish C. is the new director of Pitch Perfect 3. All that she's ever directed was the last Step Up movie. So not much to go off of here, but she's really into music videos and music and choreography, so I think it works for a Pitch Perfect, right? So we'll roll with it. I'm happy about this news. Jon Favreau is set to come back as Happy Hogan in the new Spider-Man movie. Yes, in Spider-Man Homecoming. Jon Favreau is going to be back in, since we know that Tony Stark is in it. Robert Downey Jr. is back as Tony Stark, so why not bring his chauffeur / bodyguard / best friend, Happy Hogan, along for the ride, right? So very cool to see that Jon Favreau will pop up in the new Spider-Man movie. Tyler Perry's Too Close to Home has been renewed for a season 2. Killjoy's Dark Matter, both those shows, Killjoys and Dark Matter, have both been renewed for a 3rd season over on the Sci-Fi Channel, so that's pretty cool. CBS is really trying to push their streaming service, which is called CBS All Access. They just offered a new ad-free option that will compete with all streaming giants, so very cool for them there. The Uncharted movie, it hits another snag and has lost its release date, so it will no longer be coming out next year like was promised, which is no shocker here. This movie was supposed to come out in 2015, then 2016, then 2017. They just hired Joe Carnahan to rewrite the script, so he's working on that now. They're not going to be ready. They have no casting. They have no director. So yeah, it's not going to make its release date, so they've lost it. So keep posted for when we announce a new one coming for that. We have Everything Wrong with the Killing Joke. You can check that one out. We have the new trailer for Certain Women. Some new photos of Kevin James' new Netflix movie, True Memoirs of an International Assassin. So, dude, Netflix is killing it. As much as we do rock rolls, I'm going to start having to do Netflix rolls. Just because there's so much Netflix talk, I swear. It's more than any other network. Call of Duty, big fan of Call of Duty right here. I love it. Their new game comes out in November. They also just announced that the new multiplayer beta will roll out and start on October 14th for the PS4. Hells yeah, I'll be on it. Check it out. We also have the new trailer for the Call of Duty Black Ops 3 DLC called Salvation, so you can check that out right now. Watch the trailer, man, for the Infinite Warfare multiplayer. I thought it looked amazing. I'm so excited for that one. It looks so good. We did post that, by the way, so you can find that right there. We also posted a first look at Season 2 of Scream Queens. No shocker here, but AMC has canceled Feed the Beast after just 1 season. This show just did not look good. I didn't hear anybody. I think I only heard one person tell me they liked this thing. Everybody else hated it. No one watched it, so I am not surprised that AMC has pulled the plug on this one. So goodbye to Feed the Beast. Krypton is the new series that's going to be taking place on the actual planet of Krypton. It's like going to follow Superman's like grandparents. Georgina Campbell has just been cast as the female lead for the Krypton series. This will be on the Sci-Fi Channel as well. Vin Diesel says he's totally blown away by all the new Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 footage that he's seen for the film. He says it's just so amazing, and he's blown away, and he cannot wait for everybody to see the stuff. So, gets me pumped, man. Gets me really pumped. We have the official release date calendar posted for all the upcoming Pixar movies, so you can check that out on our Twitter and Facebook page. Batman the Telltale Games Series Episode 2 is finally dropping on September 20th, So that's cool. I got that game. I'll check that out there. Former NWA manager Jerry Heller, which of course was brilliantly played by Paul Giamatti in the Straight Outta Compton movie. He just passed away yesterday at the age of 75. We got a really funny video called Top 10 Craziest Nicolas Cage Moments. You can check out on our Twitter page. I thought it was pretty hilarious. Let's see here. Very cool stuff here. I got a bunch of photos posted that Tom Holland, who of course is the new Spider-Man, he went and visited a children's hospital in his full Spider-Man outfit, posed with the kids, took pictures with them. Just a really, really nice thing to do, man. I love when these super guys who play superheroes literally go see sick kids and help them and, you know, make them smile. It warms my heart so much to see. So thank you, Tom Holland, for being a real life Spider-Man to these kids for sure. We have your first look at Gabriel Luna as Robbie Reyes, aka Ghost Rider in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Now, I will warn you, a lot of sites are running the article saying, oh, your first look at Ghost Rider. He does not have the flaming skull. You just see him in the actual Robbie Reyes suit, you know, like the leather jacket and the pants. Like, I mean, he looks like the character from the comic book, but he does not have the Ghost Rider skull on. So don't get swerved by misleading articles, but you can see him in the actual Ghost Rider outfit, which is pretty cool. And lastly here on news, we have the new trailer just dropped today, speaking of Nicolas Cage as well, USS Indianapolis, Men of Courage. We have the first trailer that just dropped for that, now posted as well. So, yeah, buddy, that is the news of the week. I like when we get through it in a nice, brisk pace. Let's talk about release dates. So, out on DVD and Blu-ray this Tuesday is going to be Now You See Me 2. I actually just watched this a couple weeks ago. Not so good, man. Not so good. I was kind of bummed I didn't see this one in the theater over the summer. No, I'm not. I really like Now You See Me 1, but Now You See Me 2, not so much. In theaters this Friday is going to be Sully, Before I Wake, and When the Bow Breaks. So, interesting weekend. I'm not sure I will make it to the theater to see anything. I kind of want to see Sully, but I don't know if I want to spend the money in the theater to see it. Before I Wake looks pretty good, but it also was a movie that was made like a couple years ago and should have already been out, but got messed up because of the bankruptcy that Relativity Media went through. So I just don't know. And When the Bow Breaks looks like one of the most horrible movies ever. The trailer was just junk for this thing. Alright, let's talk about weekend box office. Like I said, you're not going to hear about Morgan in here because it was number 18 with its whole big $2 million. So coming in at number 10, it's Mechanic Resurrection with 4.3 mil. Number 9 is Hell or High Water with 4.5 million. Number 8 is War Dogs with 4.7 million. Number 7 is Bad Moms with 4.7 million. Number 6 is The Light Between Oceans with 5 million. Number 5 is Sausage Party with another 5.3 million. Number 4 is Kubo and the Two Strings with 6.5 million. Number 3 is Pete's Dragon with 6.5 million. Number 2 is Suicide Squad with 10 mil. And coming in number 1 once again for the second week in a row, it's Don't Breathe with $15.7 million. So congratulations to Don't Breathe, man. 2 weeks at number 1 for a horror movie. Like I said, the budget on this thing was only $10 million. It made like 30 last weekend, another 15 this weekend. Plus, this is an extra long Labor Day weekend, and another box office report will come out tomorrow to include all 4 days. So they're saying Don't Breathe's already over $50 million on a $10 million budget, and that's just domestically. So very, very cool there. Congratulations, Don't Breathe, an awesome movie. If you haven't seen it, I reviewed it on last week's show, so check that one out if you haven't heard it yet. Definitely worth your time. So that'll do it for us here tonight on this Sunday, September the 4th. For those of you that do get Labor Day off, enjoy it. I will be laboring, as I always work on holidays. Lucky me. Everybody else I know is off. But I'll be laboring along with Geeky Pat. We'll be doing our thing. So, enjoy your Labor Day weekend, your extra long 3-day weekend. Keep it chill, keep it gangsta, and in a week we'll be back. We'll talk some more entertainment news. Also keep your eye out. Hopefully we'll get an Am I Still on the Air done. Hopefully we'll do a Red Dragons Assemble. I know I keep promising these things, and eventually you'll see it pop up. Just got to get the gang together. So, but yeah, just keep your eye out. Of course, reddragonsradio.com is the best place to know what's going on with all of our entertainment stuff across the network there. Follow on Twitter at Red Dragons Radio. For our show, of course, the official webpage is amiontheair.com. You can follow us on Twitter at amiontheair. You can follow me on Twitter at dxdonmega. Of course, you can subscribe to us on iTunes if you want to listen on the go there through your Apple devices. iTunes is the way to go for you. If you're on Android or anything else, we got ways for you too. And that, of course, is Stitcher, Google Music Play, TuneIn, Spreaker, YouTube. I mean, we're all over the place. Plenty of opportunities to listen to the show across multiple devices. I send out links usually on Monday for all of these things that you can click and find us on all of these different platforms. Of course, you can subscribe to us on YouTube, youtube.com/Am I on the Air. Follow us on Instagram as well. Just search Am I on the Air. So I think that's all the plugs for me tonight. I hope you all have a great weekend. Like I said, if you're off tomorrow, enjoy your Labor Day extended weekend. Have a great week. And hit me up. Especially like I said, if you want that Hulu subscription, get 2 weeks free. Hit me up for a link. I'll send you one. And I'll talk to y'all next week. So until next time, y'all. Peace.
Bye, Daddy. Red Dragon. Red Dragon.